Welcome to the lesson on Pricebook Item Price History. I'm in the Pricebook Center screen, which I access from the JobMaster Pro main menu, and I have a single item displayed on my Pricebook Center screen. When I click into the Price History tab, I can see all of the price purchase history basically for this item. And there are two ways that you can get purchase history into here. The first way is if you're using the purchase order program, Cobra will automatically create purchase history for this item by vendor, date, cost, and your buy level, which is essentially how much you had to purchase to get that cost for that item. The second way, as you notice, there are 3 items here that don't have a purchase order number, is manually creating this purchase price history. So if you don't have purchase orders, you can still get this information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the Inventory tab and click on Vendor Quote Price History. In this little screen, we can set up quote files of different material lists basically that we might be purchasing for different reasons, inventory or for replenishing, restocking, or just for tracking price history. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click in and find my in-house quote file that I pre-built, and I'll show you how I built that in a moment. So all the items that I'm going to store in this file are going to be used for tracking price history. All I did to create this file was click New, and then in the quote number I put in-house, and then as I hit enter, all I did in the description field was type in the name of the quote file. So because I'm using this one just to track in-house price history, that's all I needed to do. And then when I clicked save, it's on file for a long time. You could set up other quote files though by hitting enter through these fields and maybe answering more of these questions, because maybe you have several different quote files by vendor for a particular job or for a particular inventory, that kind of thing. So you can do that. But I'm particularly interested in just price history. So once my quote file is set up, I'm going to click into the detail screen, and you can see that I have a couple of items that I entered previously into this file. Now I can add to it in these entry fields underneath the display. So I can use all my Pricebook searches that you've learned in the past to find items to add into my price history file, or I can type them manually as well. So if I type an item in here, what Cobra will do is bring out the current cost for that item. But if I'm buying it from a different supplier at a different level, you know, these volatile times, these price history can be very important as prices change very quickly. So maybe I can buy it for 40 cents if I buy 1,000 feet of it, and I can buy it from this particular vendor or whatever vendor. You can put their 2-character ID there, and whether this item is going to be for a job or not, you can just press enter through these fields and press enter on the save button. So this is a way of getting items into your quote price history. Now if you wanted to get item history, price history, you can either do it on the main tab here, or if you click item history while you're working in the quote setup screen, you can find a single item in here and get its quote history right at your fingertips. But this information, as I mentioned, is also available in this price history tab. This ends the lesson on price history.